Hey guys, the Section of Violence here. Damn, sorry guys, I meant to do UFC predictions on Tuesday, but this guy that was supposed to do predictions for this week, he never ended up doing them, and I like to, base my predictions kinda around everyone's opinion that I respect, and he didn't put his out until he didn't even I don't think put his picks out, so it is what it is. But yeah, let's get into the predictions, guys. This is a really fun card. I'm really excited. Moving on, sorry. Let's starting with Stephen Koslow versus Cameron Saiiman. Now, Stephen Koslow, I mean, he has pretty good striking. I'm reading, um, good jiu-jitsu or decent striking. Sorry, good jiu-jitsu. The thing about this is Cameron Saiiman has good takedown defense, and we saw that against with Josh Wang. He couldn't get him down. And yeah, it just kind of showed that Stephen Koslow, or I don't even think did Josh go for try for takedowns? I can't even remember. But all I remember was this kid looked like a future like contender. He's a really good fighter, man. I have a lot of stock in his Cameron guy. I think Cameron's gonna do well beating a guy, one of the Wayne Kim brothers. I think this is a great spot for him. If this was maybe full camp, maybe I'd take a little more notice into Stephen Koslow. And again, I'm not putting a lot of money on Cameron Simon, but I just think he's going to win this. This is a good spot for him. I got him winning this fight by. Yeah, let me get into this. I got him winning this fight by. Let's go decision. It's a weird fight. Moving on. We have Vinicius Salvador versus Daniel da Silva. It's gonna be a quick one. Vinicius Salvador is gonna run him over like a Mack truck. He hits like a truck. He moves like a gazelle, and he's quick with it. He's going to hurt this guy. Daniel da Silva, he's quick and he has potential, but he has the worst fight IQ. I swear, it's so painful to watch. And I think Vinicius Salvador is really going to expose him here. He's going to catch him early, or maybe he's going to get rocked early. But I think Vinicius Salvador is going to come back from getting adversity, maybe like most of Daniel da Silva's fights, or he's just going to jump him right off the bat and finish him. I think he's going to either finish him in the second round or finish him late in the first. This is going to be a fun fight. Um, Someone's getting finished. I don't see this going the distance. And that's why I'm going with Salvador round two TKO. Moving on, we have Eric Silva versus TJ Brown. Now, TJ Brown, I do rate very highly. Just joking. Um, I do think he is a gamer, if that means anything. He likes to grapple. But the thing about Eric and why I love Eric is he is good, man. He finished one of a huge prospect as a striker. He finished him. Man, I don't know, man. He's got some submissions in his bag of tricks that I think TJ Brown has not seen. I do think Eric Silva wins this fight, especially with the whole coaching situation with TJ Brown, with James Krause. I do think Eric Silva's got this. Um, yeah, I'd be really upset if he didn't, just because I have a lot of faith in him. I'm a fan of his. I do think he's gonna win this fight. I don't know how this is an evens pick'ems. I have 5 units on Eric Silva. I do think he's gonna win this fight quite easily. How do I think he's going to get it done? Decision. Just because I do rate TJ Brown's toughness. But how, but if he gets finished, that'll really be a statement. And I really am excited for this. I do think, because I think it's very possible he could do it. But am I counting on it? No. Moving on. We have my guy, one of my probably locks of the card, Billy Quarantillo, follows the page. He's an absolute beast. Um, How I think he wins this is by KO. It's either second or third, because he's not typically a first round finish type of guy. But the weight cut might be bad enough to where Alex does is getting chinny and he just drops immediately. But I just don't see it. I think he's gonna maybe even win the first round. Pick at him at a distance with leg kicks, pot shots. I don't think he's really gonna commit to anything. And if he does, he's gonna get finished early. Um, yeah, Alex Hernandez is good, but he just doesn't look good against high level competition. And I just feel like Quarantillo, even against level competition, they have a lot of problems with this guy. Um, yeah, I really rate Billy Quarantillo in this fight. I think he wins this by second, third round TKO. Yeah, this is gonna be a terrible idea to cut this much weight for Alexander for nothing, and I think he's gonna send his walking papers after this or one more. Moving on. We have Jacqueline Buckley Numansa versus Chris Action Man Curtis. I love both these guys. It sucks one of them has to lose. I don't really like Buckley as much as I like Chris Curtis, but I like how Buckley fights a little bit more probably just because he's more, interesting with his variety of striking. But I do love the Action Man's elbows in the clinch. I love his clinch. I love his body work with his boxing. I do think he's a little quicker, a little sharper. But the thing about Buckley is he's a little more explosive, strong, and I think he may or may not be the better wrestler. I don't know. Defensively, maybe not, but I think he's a really good wrestler. Um, I don't know though. This is a fun fight. This is a fans fight. I do think Chris Curtis wins it by decision. I just think he's like, pretty much like the big brother of Buckley. I think he's a vet. He's been fighting forever. He's fought explosive guys before. He's lost against some. I feel like this is the one where he could really like Phil Hawes. I feel like he could. I mean, Phil Hawes isn't the best example, but I feel like he could really show out in this one. Um, Especially with Buckley, given he likes to sit in the pocket and trade. I think Chris Curtis can win this fight. It's not a confident prediction, but it's a prediction I'm riding with. I like Chris Curtis. I like who he trains with, how dedicated he is to the game. I know Buckley is too, but this is a fun fight, man. I'm really really excited for this. Moving on, we have Edmund Shahbazyan versus Dalcha Lungiambula. Dalcha, man, he's a tough man. He broke his rib and he kept fighting last fight. And it was visible. You could see the bone sticking out. I just think in this fight he's outmatched because I do think Edmund has everything: striking, grappling, and cardio. Well, he's better cardio than Dalcha. Because Dalcha, man, especially training at Extreme Couture with Strickland, he must be in a prime shape. Probably got a good chin, better chin on him. I do think he's gonna win this fight. This is gonna be another coming out party for Edmund Shahbazyan. It's after a losing streak, I believe. Yeah, three straight L's. I think this is a great fight for him. Oh, yeah. I don't see Dacha winning this fight. They're both on losing streaks, but look at the level of competition. So I think Edmund Shahbazyan is going to win this fight, and I think he's going to get him out of there in the first round. This is a fun fight though, because if Dacha wins, that means Shahbazyan is done. The experiment with Shahbazyan is finished. But if he loses, then we got something to work with Edmund again. But yeah, this is a fun fight. Moving on. We have Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Biggie Boy versus Chris Daukaus. Now, normally I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, Chris Daukaus, decision. Who has Chris Daukaus ever beat by decision? Let me see. I just, I don't rate Daukaus. He's very hittable. And I just feel if Derek Lewis can hit you, Biggie Boy can hit you. This is interesting, man. He has a bit, and he has a longer reach. I got Biggie Boy in this spot. Could Chris Daukaus pull an upset with Biggie Boy being a little chinny? Yes. Will he? I don't know. This is I, it's hard to say lower level heavyweight, but not definitely not title challenger heavyweight. I'm gonna go with Jairzinho here. Trains out of a good gym. I'm gonna go with KO round one, Jairzinho. But again, this is a weird fight, and I don't really like predicting it. The public's on Jairzinho too. Um, yeah. All of them have him finishing Daukaus. The brothers are they don't have good luck lately. It's been a pretty bad year for them. And yeah, I think it's going to be a rough Christmas. Both of them got finished. Moving on. We got Jay Perrin versus Raul Rosa Jr. Now, I would love, and I mean love, to take Jay Perrin. But the thing about Jay Perrin is his fight IQ is only a little bit better than the guy Rosa just fought. And I believe he is less dangerous, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. And for that reason, is he as maybe experienced? No. But I do think Mando had a lot more danger to threat. And that's where I feel you need to have against a guy like Roll Roses Jr. Because if you can't finish him on the feet, you're not winning that fight unless you're a high level grappler. And for that reason, he's not that. He's maybe a alright defensive grappler, but he's not a grappler. I'm going to go with Raul Rosa Jr., but I'm not going to get him to by finish because he does. If he does finish, great. But I'm going to give the respect to Perrin that he doesn't finish. I think Rosa Jr. has just developing in his career. The more octagon time, the better. I do think he's going to win this fight by decision. I just think Jay Perrin is reckless. I feel like if he's going to come in hot, Rose is going to meet him in the middle of the takedown. And yeah, excuse me. I think Royal Rose has got this. Moving on. We have Thug Nasty Bryce Mitchell versus Ilya El Matador Topuria. Now, Topuria, I really, really, really want to put a lot of my money on. Be like, yeah, I'm rocking with a guy. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt, great striker, and man, he may be all those things. Good jiu-jitsu, great striker. But for some reason, Thug Nasty is just weird. He's weird with his style, and it causes great strikers a lot of problems. Do I think he's gonna win this fight? No, I don't think he's gonna win this fight. I do think Bryce Mitchell is gonna have some moments, maybe even pull an upset, maybe. But I can't have a confident prediction or even a prediction in Bryce Mitchell with no striking. He throws, but he lands against guys who are MMA strikers, I'd say. Like Barboza isn't like he's a striker, but it's hard to explain. I just think Topuria is fundamentally more sound. He can get hit, like Jay Herbert did rock him, but I just think the wrestling does give me pause. But I do think his power is next level. I do think he has good jiu-jitsu and grappling as well. It's the cardio I'm a little worried about, and he does doubt himself when things don't go right. So we'll see how this goes, but for now, I'm going to rock with one unit, El Matador Ilya Topuria, and I have him winning it by first round, or sorry, yeah, so let's go second round TKO, because I don't know how he's going to do well with flurry of round one with Bryce Mitchell with that crowd. I think Mitchell's going to steal the first round, and then Topuria is going to have a good second or third. This is going to be an interesting card, man. Moving on, we have Darren, the Gorilla, Till versus Driscus. Still knocks the Plessis. Now, again, I want to take Driscus to Plessis. I think he's very good. I think he's very, very good. He beat Brad Tavares decisively. Beat Trevin Giles. Well, he wasn't until he was. And he beat Marcus Perez. I think he is a very, very dangerous guy. But the thing about this guy is he's there to be hit. He takes shots. And he lacks form in a lot of the striking. But he makes up for it with his grappling. He doesn't have the greatest grappling, but he can wrestle guys down and force them to the ground and just outmuscle them. And he has some good technique. It all depends on what Till shows up. If it's the Till that fought Whitaker, he's winning. Till wins this easily. First round, second round finish. If it's the Till that showed up, Derek Brunson, who was hurt, I'll give him that. And these guys were all at welterweight, so it's just Derek Brunson. I don't know why everyone's giving him such a hard time. I do think he wins this fight. I gotta go Darren Till here. If it's 3 rounds, I'm gonna go TKO in the second, just because I really don't know. It's either it's second or third. Till doesn't usually starch his opponent, but if he does, great. I'm going with Darren Till here. I just have a lot of faith in him. If he loses this one in bad fashion, then obviously we're gonna have to recalibrate things. But if he has a great war and he just gets finished at the end or something, or he loses a decision to a little bit of grappling, he's still on my radar. I just think Till is a beast. I won't ever forget how good he was, and yeah, I'm gonna, especially with Loughnane in his corner, I'm gonna rock with Till. Let's go Till. Moving on. We have Santiago Ponzinibio versus Alex Morono. Alex Morono, man, the great white. I think his striking, his boxing has improved tenfold. From a guy that got finished by, what was his name? Chaos, to going on now a 4-fight win streak, beating Donald Cerrone by KO, beating David Zawada by decision, unanimous, beating Mickey McGall by unanimous decision, and then beating Matt Samuelsberger by unanimous decision. I think those guys are more dangerous, in my opinion. And I'm going to have Ponzinibio. They're both split losses. This is the one thing about Ponzinibio that I've got to give it credit. You can't outpoint him. You have to fight him. If you don't fight him, he gets annoyed, and I don't think there's a possibility where you can't fight him. Like, every time, he either gets knocked out. I don't think he ever's been decisioned. He doesn't usually get decisioned, and if he does get decisioned, it's split decision. So, I'm gonna go Alex Morono, but it's gonna go like a split decision. This is a hard fight to call. I'm gonna go by damage. I think he's really good at not getting hit and hitting. But man, this is a close fight. I do think Ponzinibbio is a gamer. He hits hard. When he's confident, he's a problem. If he connects on Morono, just like Samuelsberger, he could cause him a lot of problems, and he could even finish him. This is a great card. But yeah, I'm going with Morono here. It's just that he has a better fight IQ, better boxing in my opinion, better footwork, better jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Morono here. Moving on to the co-main event of the evening, we got Jared Gordon versus Patty the Batty Pimblett. Now, Jared Gordon, I really, really like. Like that box logo he was wearing was really nice. Very, very nice. I think I've sold one of those like that. He beat an old man, and in my opinion, that old man he could have finished, and he didn't. And for that reason, I'll get to that in a second. He lost by submission to rear naked to Grant Dawson. Someone else I had bet on him for that. He lost, and he just gave up. He didn't like. He's like, oh, I know, I lost. Like it's like a roll or something. So I believe Patty that he did finish him. But who knows? Patty's been caught lying before, so who knows? It's really hard to trust anyone's word these days. He beat Danny Chavez, Fish Gold, Joe Selecki. It was a split decision, but he still won. He's got good jiu-jitsu, man. Like, if Joe Selecki isn't finishing him, man, this is a weird, weird fight. I do think Patty's different. I think Patty's striking really screws in unorthodox jiu-jitsu. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to do it in round one. I don't know how, but I'm going to go round one. They're really pushing Patty, and it'd be a real shame for him to lose it to Jared Gordon because that would really end the hype train right here. I'm going to go Patty the Batty. I do think he's a problem. I don't think he's going to be a champ, but he's going to be a problem for a lot of guys in lightweight. And that's why I'm going to take him here. But yeah, it'd be awesome if Jared Gordon could upset everybody. That'd be crazy. Moving on to probably the main event of the evening, but there's a lot of fights that I'm more excited for just because I kind of know what's going to happen. But who knows? Maybe it's a war. But I think it's going to be like a point fight. And I do think Magomed's could be the guy who's going to leave with the belt by decision. I don't think it's going to be a very exciting fight. A lot of kicking. Um, Magomed's not like he likes to bring the fight, but like only if he's fighting a guy that's like trying to engage. And Jan's like he's there to not get points, he's there to finish. But like when you guys have two good strikers, it tends to be a lot of grappling, a lot of clinching. It's who knows what we get with this fight. I'm gonna go with Ankalaev by decision though. This is a fun fight, hard fight to bet on because they're both very good. But I'm gonna take Ankalaev. I believe it this times now. Whoever has a future prop for him for to become lightweight heavyweight champion, congratulations. That's awesome. Cash some big tickets, money there. But yeah, Magomed, I got him winning here by decision. Let's go through it all my predictions, and yeah, we'll get right into most confident predictions. So we have Cameron Saiiman by decision. We have Vincent Nisa Salvador by second round TKO. Eric Silva by first or by unanimous decision. Billy Quarantillo by first or second round TKO. Or no, sorry, second or third. Second, I'm going with TKO. Chris Curtis by unanimous decision. Edmund Shahbazyan by first round TKO. Jairzinho Rozenstruik by first round TKO. Raul Rosa Jr. by unanimous decision. We have Ilya Topuria by second round TKO. We have Darren Till by unanimous decision. Or second round TKO. We have Alex Morono by split decision. We have Patty the Batty by first round submission or TKO. And then we have Magomed Ankalaev by unanimous decision. The most confident predictions, I would have to say, Billy Quarantillo, number one. I'd have to say Vinicius Salvador, number two. Eric Silva, number three. Edmund Shahbazyan, number four. And I have to either Magomed Ankalaev or Patty the Batty. One of those two. But yeah, these are my predictions, guys. I I usually went by percentages, but you guys, anyone in the lower percentages, you guys know is a slight lean. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Top five locks. Just because there's no point in going by percentages. You guys don't want to hear that. Um, but yeah, write in the comments if you guys would prefer percentages or if you guys um like it this way. Like, subscribe. Shout out to your friends. I'll keep posting more videos, just different videos besides predictions. The more love you guys show, the more traction this stuff gets. I'll put out more volume. But until then, just gonna have to keep it like this. I'm pretty busy at the moment, so it's been hard to make videos. And if I have more people watching, I'm gonna try a little harder. You know what I mean? But I do try hard for you guys with what I have on my plate. Um, I'm gonna have to end this though because we have to get into LFA. We have a busy day tomorrow, and then we have a busy day on Saturday. So let's go. This UFC card, we're gonna crush it. Let's go.